harness you. That's one for me.
Want to know my age?
That's one for me. That's one for me.
We all belong to where our hearts go, no?
That's one for me.
Need a helping hand? The guy's on the way.
That's one for me.
I hope they won't be too surprised in seeing me like this.
My fate is to kill.
That's one for me.
This dance is for you.
In death, time to change my northern veil.
That's one for me. There are hundreds of monsters living in my umbrella. That's one for me.
All bad guys.
That's one for me.
The stars will come true.
A gentle breeze is enough to shake the foes.
The scales are not in your favor.
That's one for me! That's one for me!
Never ever try to fool me! Face Libra's judgment.
That's one for me!
This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer. This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer.
The scales are not in your favor.
That's one for me!
This is not an appropriate place. This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer. This is not an appropriate place to. This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer. This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer.
The pointy ends of my spears warn them against.
That's one for me!
This is not an appropriate. This is not an appropriate.
Soon you'll see me come out on top again! That's one for me!
This is not an appropriate. This is not. This is not an place to stay any longer.
Lies within.
That's one for me!
This is not
Enough
an appropriate
of your
place to
nonsense.
stay any longer.
Reeks of weakness.
That's one for me!
Rise up against the odds!
This is not an appropriate place to stay. This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer.
All evil lies within.
Legends never surrender.
That's one for me!
しまった。
I am legend.
This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer.
Never settle for being second.
That's one for me!
We are unity in diversity.
That's one for me!
This is not an appropriate place. This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer.
Victory takes one swing at a time.
That's one for me!
I could have done more.
This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer.
Om Teloid
Naba! Our face
This is not
reverse
an
judgment.
appropriate place to stay any longer.
That's one for me!
This is not an
Legends
appropriate place
never
to stay
surrender.
any longer.
Never look back if you have nothing to regret.
That's one for me!
Never give up.
This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer.
That's one for me!
This place reeks of weakness.
Will!
We are unity in diversity.
This is not an appropriate place to stay any longer.
All evil lies within.